We're now past our early spring flowering, so you've seen all the bulbs and the forsythia and those plants in your yard that do that early spring flowering. We're now into late spring. We're already starting to have some hot days that feel a lot like summer. And so right now is when some of these late spring, early summer plants are starting to do their thing. This first one we're going to look at is bearded iris. And we talk a lot about dividing iris later in the year. In August is the time that we typically look at doing some of our divisions. But what I wanted to show here was this iris garden that we have, and just the variety of colors that are really out there that you could add to your beds, really to spice up your already existing landscape. Another plant that's very reliable for us here in Nebraska in this late spring period is just the common peony. I'll call it the garden peony. And we talk a little bit about botrytis and some of these diseases, but generally, if you plant it at the right depth, a couple inches deep when you plant it, it's something that'll come back year after year. They're very long-lived, they're reliable in flower, and each year it just kind of tells us that the end of spring and the beginning of summer is on its way. So this is another one that you could plant in your yard and know that's not going to require a lot of effort. Now let's go look at one of these on steroids. Here we are in our nice display of Japanese tree peony. As you can see, they're really just getting going here with the warm temperatures we've had have really opened up these flowers. Again, this is a plant it's a little old-fashioned. You may see them in older neighborhoods, but it's very hardy. They're fairly easy to grow, good garden soil. They flower just spectacular. As you can see here, the size of their flowers as well as the colors. We have the bright white transitioning into some deeper pinks. And again, like I said, they're a good plant. You might want to try these in your own front yard. Another fun plant you might want to try is the azalea. And if you were here right now, you'd just smell this. It just smells great here. Azaleas come in a variety of colors. There's the light series out of the University of Minnesota that really has several different color choices. They're very hardy for Nebraska. The one trick is you're going to have to do some soil amending, kind of like you would for a blueberry. You want to try to make it more of an acidic soil. But they're really a lot of fun to have, and they're relatively easy to grow. Another shrub that I'm really fond of is this deutzia here. This is a shrub, again, it's not one that you'll see a lot of times in the garden center, and you might not see it in the neighborhood, but it's one that is very hardy for our area. Again, it's reliable in flower each year. Really puts on a great show. And kind of the theme for today is, it's really, really easy to grow. The one thing with this is sometimes with the older shrubs or older style shrubs is that they require some pruning after flower, otherwise they'll look a bit ratty. So this is one that when it's all done flowering, we'll come in and kind of clean up some of the spent blooms and kind of even up some of the branches and that sort of thing. So what we looked at today are some plants that some might consider old-fashioned plants. I think of them as good solid garden plants, things that will be reliable year in and year out, don't require a lot of additional maintenance, good garden soil, some good moisture and mulch, and they're really ready to go for you. So these might be something you might want to try in your own yard.